Hello, everybody. Hello, and thank you very much for watching my channel, ladies and gentlemen. My channel on, let's see if I can remember all of that. YouTube, another YouTube, two YouTube channels, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Beamstream.gg, X, and now Pilled.net. We'll get to that later soon. Now, I am not sure which color pill I was given, but looks like I took the blue pill because I still feel like dreaming right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here, I blame Angel. You actually made it today. And there's no way to ease your pain other than just go through the whole thing with me, an amateur, unfortunately. And yes, I am wearing a hat. And my eyes are in the dark shade. It's because lights are really bothering my eyes. And I will be reading script. Now, I don't want to look like an amateur reading script, okay? I just want to look like an amateur with a hat. I think it's better. Now, where I am broadcasting right now, most of you guys coming here today, they are new. I'm going to just introduce myself. This is Leo Coach, and I am from here on the map, the country, Turkey. And if I get close up, I am actually from Izmir, not Istanbul, from Izmir all the way west side of the Turkey, not Istanbul again. And if you want to compare the sizes, all the way left, it's Iran or Iran, how you want to call the country. And the pink one next to it is Great Britain or England. And the blue one is Turkey, formerly known as Turkey. Now it's known Turkey, yeah, because our president was sick and tired of, joked about the bird. And all the way to the right is Germany, which also called Almanya. Look at the United States, how big the United States is, right? Now, I have to say something that it's kind of like a fine print these days. None of my questions are coming from AI. They're all mine. You're probably going to notice it later on. Again, as I said, it's like a kind of fine print. Need to be told every day, every time these days. Ladies and gentlemen, you are here for one reason only. Let me see. For this, if I can, here you go, for this gentleman here, Angel Munoz, CEO of Beamstream.gg. Now, let me see if I can get my, okay. I will actually, chat is, on, but I won't be probably, paying too much attention to chat. But at the end, I will just take a look. And if you have any questions, I will just relate to Mr. Munoz. But hello, Mr. Munoz, first of all. How are you today?
Hi, Leo. Thank you again for coordinating this interview and having me on today. I really appreciate it.
I actually want to thank you for coming to my humble channel. Now, first, Happy International Cat Day. And I presume your cats are awake, so you don't have to whisper your responses. You had two, right?
Yes, I do. I have two Egyptian mouse. No, they're both sleeping, so they're not awake.
Oh my gosh, you're going to whisper your responses. That's not good. So let me see. If I remember, those are like Egyptian names. What were they?
Yes, you're correct. They both were named after pharaohs. The male who turned 16 this year his name is Susenes, is the right way of pronouncing that. And then the female who just turned 5 years old is Sobik Nefru, but I call her Sobi for short. So,
I actually researched your cats, sir, and I found out they are actually Egyptian Mao cats. You know why I looked at it? Because they look like cheetahs. They get texture. They are very cute. Let me try to pronounce the names. Sosenis and Sobek Nefru. You probably called
Yes.
them Sobek and Sue or something.
Sobi.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sobi. It's Sobek Nefru. Susani's flows a little bit better, but Sobek Nefru, because it has a hard K, is a little bit of a mouthful.
Now,
So
Angel, you've been here even with the smallest channel on the universe, basically. Remind me of one of your saying, I guess it was 2 months ago. Mutual benefits is the way of true progress. Have you get the trademark yet?
no, not yet.
Okay, ladies and
Uh,
gentlemen, the trademark is still on if you want. Mutual benefits is the way of true progress is still available.
mhm.
I think it's a great. And when you said that on my chat a couple months ago, you said you just came up just like that, right? It was
Right,
amazing.
right in the moment.
It
Yeah.
was instinct,
So
man. I'm telling you, a
yeah.
true boss, a true CEO, nothing fake.
Mm-mm.
Now,
Not for me.
Angel Munoz, a serial entrepreneur born in New York to Puerto Rican parents.
That's correct.
Please, sir, continue. Who else is Angel Munoz?
Thank you. So just a real quick summary because my career has been long and varied. I started my career as a stockbroker and then became an investment banker. I launched my own investment banking firm, and I think I was about 33, Leo, when I sold it. And then I became very interested in interactive entertainment, and I in 1997 launched the first um, you know esports league in the world called the Cyber Athlete Professional League, or CPL for short, and and became in the process, without knowing that was going to be such a big deal, became the father of esports. So I started esports, let's say, from zero or probably even negative numbers, all the way to about $1 billion in valuation,
Wow.
roughly. And then I sold that to a Singaporean and Chinese firm. And I've always been very preoccupied with the proper utilization of technology and how we can use technology for the benefit of everyone instead of just for the benefit of just a few. And with that, I started working on several projects. One was a social media firm that has no algorithms, nothing that will distract you from the interactions, and it's called Gaming Tribe, or G Tribe for short. And Gaming Tribe has about a little over 6 million people that have accounts there, and and it's a very close niche community. They share, and you know that it's the first place and the last place they go in the day, because in the mornings you get the good mornings, and then in the evenings you get the good the good nights, and people just interact that way. So we established that, and it was more of a process of seeing if we can do it. I have to say that I think Theodore is on the chat and listening, that he coded this. It's over 1 million lines of code. We didn't use anything, but we created it all from the ground up. And then Theodore and I were, how do we add the visual aspect to it? And this was, we were having these thoughts before the pandemic. And through the pandemic, we were developing the platform that you and I are on now, which is called
Mm-hmm.
Beacon Max. And we launched that, and it was after the pandemic when we finished it. And frankly, it really didn't have the impact that we were hoping for, because the market was so dominated just by a handful of players. But that was fine. So being the way that we are, and having the kind of mentality that we have, we really was more about we're really more about what is the best idea. So Theodore and I decided, what if we used all the technologies that we've developed, including 5 patents that so we invented. When you have a patent, you basically invent the technology.
5.
A patent is a recognition that the idea and the concept is unique. And so 4 of them have been completely approved. One of them is in final review, and it deals with a technology that I'll explain later as you ask me questions. And we decided to use all those technologies, including the ones that are not patented, for a live streaming platform. So we borrowed. I love the name Beam because I love names that are from light, that are related to light.
Right.
The whole idea of photons is incredible to me. And so anyway, and I noticed that Microsoft had bought Beam before, the original, let's call them the original Beam, and had dropped the name. And then, Leo, they didn't ever register it. They never trademarked it. So
You vulture, you.
2 years before, we launched Beam, we had our attorneys file for a trademark, a registered trademark, not just the TM, but the circled, the R with the circle. And we were granted on all forms of the word Beam. So we were granted a trademark for that. So we did that obviously to protect ourselves from a possible lawsuit, because they, when you file a trademark, it's published for people to say we're against it. And Microsoft certainly had the opportunity to be against it, but they didn't care since they closed Mixer anyway. What do they care? And basically what they did is rate the technology and include it in their Xbox experience. And that's fine. That's a story for another day. And then we launched Beam, and Beam has been the hardest and most exciting thing I've done in my entire career, Leo. So that brings us to the present.
Actually, when I heard Beam first time, I thought it was a myth. I was keep hearing it, keep disappearing. It's fake. It's real. It was like a few years ago during the Mixer time. So that means that was just on the floor. Just somebody needed to pick up, and you did. So it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Now all those mouthful stuff you just told me, I'm probably going to make a clip and upload it separately, and that actually make it truly honored 100 times, more than once, that actually you are on my channel today. Now, I actually was going to surprise you and the audience with the cool down questions with the unrelated questions, but I would like to leave that at the end. No, not cool down, but warm up questions. We're going to leave that at the end if you have more time as a cool down. But I would like to start with some of the questions I had in my mind about Beam, if you don't mind. Is it okay?
Absolutely.
Very good. First, thank you and your team for removing the viewer entry and exit notifications in chat. That feature actually stopped me from casually popping into streams. Now, was that a common feeling? That's why you actually removed that?
Well, actually, it's back. But you will be able to lurk in the channel without the notification.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great.
No, and frankly, to answer your question, no, that is one of the most praised features. Okay. Absolutely, you're on the wrong side of the scale.
I am very wrong side of the thing. I'll tell you, because every time
people, frankly, I could care less about that feature, frankly, because if it's there or not is not a big thing for me, but streamers love it. They want to know who's coming into their stream for one reason, Leo. They want to greet them. They want to say hi. And this notifies them that somebody's coming into their stream, and they greet them that way.
Was that removed and then came back, or was I wrong? I didn't see it.
That's why no, I think what happened is you caught it in the middle of our chat update. We have incorporated 32 new features into our chat. In fact, I would tell you this. Theodore and I started talking and working on the design of this chat in summer of last year. So it's taking us a year to implement this new chat. This is not the old chat. We didn't
Oh,
upgrade
I
it.
know that. I can see it. It's
Well,
brand
yeah.
new.
Well, I'm not just speaking to you, but to everybody that's out there.
All right.
I just want them to know this is not the same chat. We removed the old chat and plugged in a new chat and did it fairly flawlessly. But some of the things that probably got caught in the middle was like that notification and some other things that we since have fixed.
So it's still there. If I like to go someone else's chat, because I haven't seen it. I'm going to channels, and I don't see myself in the chat. Just saying, Leo, coach, just start watching.
Oh, it doesn't say it in the chat. It says it for them. If they can display it or not now.
Oh,
That's what it is. Yeah. They
that's
can
better.
choose to
Thank you.
display that or not. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. I know what now I understand what you were saying. Yes. The display is up to the streamer. If they
All
want
right.
that display, I don't see any reason for that to be displayed. So and now I'm in total agreement with you, Leo. So I think the default is that it's off, but it notifies the streamer.
Very
So
good. Now,
mhm.
other question. The multi-streaming portion of the site is flawless. That's actually why I use it. But having said that, I love to see much more casual viewers. I consider Beamstream primarily as a streaming platform and secondarily as a multi-streaming tool. Would you agree?
No, I wouldn't. I would say that it's equally a multi-streaming platform and a live streaming platform. I wouldn't say one or over the other.
Okay.
So, mhm.
Next question is, I rarely see anyone else talking about Beamstream on X, and that's truth, by the way. I even found it completely by accident about a year ago. Even though I tried to promote it myself, I'm just pretty much nobody on X. Are you intentionally keeping the public promotion lighter for now?
Well, first of all, I don't believe in promotion, so I don't think that's the right way. And second of all, you may be wrong about that. It's just probably since you're the victim of an algorithm that controls what you see, you may not be seeing all the promotion that our streamers do on Beam, just like you, Leo. I mean, on X for Beam. And X has become sort of the primary platform where people get informed about Beam. And our growth, which has been, frankly, astronomical, is all based on people recommending Beam to others. We have not done anything specifically for promotional purposes. So if you truly believe and truly understand the expression, the best idea wins,
Yeah,
then why do you need to promote it? It's like it's like the truth is like a lion, right? It goes out there and everybody knows he arrived. So that's how we see it. So are we going to do promotions in the future? I'm sure, but it's really not necessary.
Well, I would like to actually encourage my other partners in Beamstream.gg because I don't see them often. I always, put something on. I always say, the good things about Beamstream.gg. I say all those channels I'm streaming through Beamstream.gg. I encourage to actually a little bit more active, not like a you promoting, but us promoting, our channel. I think that would be awesome. Just a little encouragement from me to you, not to you, the channel.
No, I get that, although we do get a lot, Leo. So, I mean, it's constant. In fact, I will tell you that some of it is kind of funny because they go to other platforms and say, why are you not doing things like what Beam is doing? How are you allowing Beam to get ahead of you? Things of that nature. So you may be missing an entire branch of communication on X because of their algorithm. But I see it all because obviously I am, one of the people that manages the Beam page. So I get to see every mention of it, and it's a lot. It really is. And on the contrary, I thank everybody for taking the time to do that and to help us promote it.
Okay,
so
it's
just not even a equal conversation because the algorithm favors me over you. That shouldn't be that way.
I know, right? That's what I was going to say now.
Yeah, if you're looking for Beam and you're interested in Beam, X should realize that and give you all the information, but it doesn't. It wants you to see what they think you should see. In my case, they think I should see all the beam related stuff.
I know. Tell me about it. That's why I'm asking the question, because of the dang algorithm made
Yeah.
me ask that. Now,
hmm
other question is, after Embers, tell us about Sparks, the your new channel points. What are the
So
most
Sparks is
creative?
yeah. So Sparks is an idea of from Theodore, and it's more like channel points.
Hmm.
So it's for your viewers. The streamers have some control over it too. If you view for a certain amount of time, if you view a certain amount of all that, we'll explain it in a lot of detail. But I think people that are streamers, they understand the concept of channel points, and they know that how that works, and it's somewhat familiar. And then there's some very unique things about it. So, but it's basically the same thing as channel points. So.
Okay, so if you have more watch, you get the more goodies for use on the chat room, chat.
You can purchase like soon you will have emotes and things of
Right,
that
right.
nature, stickers that can be purchased with Sparks, and then they have, then your more loyal followers have a certain layer of interactivity with you than the other people don't. So it's just a way to get people to have fun on the chats and to reward people who are loyal to certain.
Yeah.
I visit a lot of channels, Leo, as you know, because I've been through your channel
Yes,
several
you are.
times over the
Thank you.
time that you've been on it, and I can tell you that one of the things that you notice is that some channels have a core of people that are very loyal to them. So they turn on and those people are on. And I can give you many examples of that, but I find that to be fascinating. And I think that, giving them recognition and allowing them to have fun on a Beam chat is probably good for everyone.
Now, the headlines everyone was waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We have just received these just a few days ago, and I'm going to go in order.
hmm
The world's first live natural language translation with optional AI voice cloning. Explain,
Correct.
sir.
Oh, you're going to go one at a time. But first of
Yeah.
all, let me tell you something. One of the things, Leo, that people miss
Mhm.
is when history is being made. So these are historic proportions. Open your eyes and realize that these is the first time that something like this has been implemented into a live stream environment. Others will certainly follow, but the history is made by those who do it first, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
Now, to understand where I'm going to talk about that feature, but to understand where the ground that feature is rooted in is in one principle. Beam exists in the intersection of velocity and intelligence. Okay, that's a quotable for you. Go ahead and trademark it.
I'll have to
Let's
listen later on. I cannot memorize it right now.
Yeah. So let's say we exist at the intersection of
Mhm.
velocity and intelligence. That's the whole principle behind Beam. Velocity means that to get some of these things to work, you have to have the lowest latency possible.
Right.
And Leo, as you well know, and I've
Yes.
seen you post online about it,
Yes.
everybody else in the industry, and I'm talking everyone else in the industry, measures latency in seconds. And we measure latency in milliseconds.
Milliseconds. Right.
So we are far apart from everyone else. That's like parting the Red Sea kind of moment there.
We're making history.
So, and then if you merge that velocity, which is what I call velocity, into intelligence, if I don't know, I don't like the term artificial intelligence. I rather call it technological intelligence, but let's call it what everybody calls it. So in this case, artificial intelligence, when you combine those two, great things happen. And the one that you just mentioned, the world's first live natural language translation for live streams with optional AI voice cloning. Okay, what that means is that it's optional. So that means is that our AI will learn your voice intonations. It doesn't copy your voice. It won't be identical, but it learns your voice intonation, how you express things and all that. And then your viewers anywhere in the world can your streams are in English. You don't do it in I don't know if it's Turkish or is it
Nope,
Turkish?
just English.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
English.
I know. I've never heard you speak anything but English, but there are people from all over the world that would like to listen to Leo, and they may not speak English, or they may prefer to listen to it in their own language. And what people are confused about this one because people go, well, my chat's not changing language. The chat has nothing to do with it. This is live natural language translation, meaning voice translation.
There was a
And
couple samples, I guess, on the X. I watched it.
I posted
Yes.
one on X from Angelic Angel,
Right.
and just in Spanish. And so anyway, so that's been deployed to. We are doing a small open beta, not open, but we selected some randomly, frankly, some streams that Theodore and I have activated in so that we can perfect it. Now, I can tell you that in the few days that that's been launched, like in the week, not even a week that's been launched, it's already, I would say, at a magnitude of 10 times better than when we launched it. So this is the right way. And
That's
then
good.
and then the optional voice cloning, it basically clones the voice. And what happens is something magical. What happens is it's not just translating the language for understanding. It's actually creating a continuity of personality. So your personality is in the translation.
You know what? Actually, I noticed that on the sample. I just noticed, and I say, you know what? The speaking language, Spanish, is actually speaking like original owner.
Yeah, so that gets better. That gets actually better because we haven't deployed that fully yet. But anyway, that's what that one means. But I wanted to give you the background. Remember, Beam exists at the intersection of velocity and intelligence. Like, if anybody wants to speak about Beam, that's their takeaway.
You know what? Your passion is contagious. Do you know that? Your passion is contagious.
Oh, well, thank you.
I can feel it when you talk that kind of like a passion. I feel like I'm a part of the company already.
Well, you are, Leo.
No,
you
yeah,
are.
deeper. All right. The other one is the world's first voice-activated AI contextual awareness for live stream. This sounds very interesting.
So what happens, Leo, is one of the closed doors, one of the obstacles for someone joining us. First of all, let me just say that 90% of live streams surround video games, which is perfectly fine for me. There's others that do news and they do, IRL, or you do commentary.
Right.
But really the great majority, maybe not so high as 90, but let's say 80%. And that 80%, for some people like me and people that I've talked to, they don't go to Beam because they have no understanding of what's happening in the game or what's on the screen.
Right.
And now you will be able. There's a little microphone on certain streams on Beam, and you could click it and you could say, "Hey, what is this person playing?" And it gives you a full description of the game and goes, okay, what are they trying to accomplish? And then it tells you contextually, meaning based on what they're doing in that moment, what is going on.
If I may say so, that is really good.
Yeah,
that is first time I ever heard anything like that. Is this anywhere available, or this is first? This is the world's first.
No, this is the world's first, like you read out of the thing. The
Holy
world's first.
Moly, amazing. Yeah, what are we finding out today?
I told you, but again, remember, velocity and intelligence. So if you don't have the low latencies, then the voice is too far behind. So let's say, for example, Twitch, Kick, Rumble,
Yeah.
to pick the bigger platforms, they use a protocol called HLS, and that means that a stream could be delayed by 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds,
Oh, yeah.
11 seconds.
Right.
That's nothing wrong with that. It's just these things can't be done in that environment.
Now,
So you have to break the speed of light.
exactly. Now, I was going to say, faster than light of speed, speed of light. Now it makes sense when you say all those things.
Right, there you go. Now you got it. So that's why I say velocity and intelligence. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what that happens. It's incredible. It's incredible. For example, I can go to your stream. So think about this. As you get older, Leo, as you well know, because both of us are in the upper age bracket. You're watching a stream, and once in a while you'll have to go to the bathroom, and
that was our secret. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
give our secret.
But Leo, when you come back,
Yeah.
you've missed 10 minutes, depending how far your bathroom is. Let's say 10 minutes. Now you'll be able to say, "Hey, I've been gone for 10 minutes. Tell me what happened." Or tell me what people were talking about, so that you don't have to read through the comments. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's already working. I'm not telling you fantasy. That already works.
I believe you.
Leo, I've been, I saw this technology a long time ago, and still it blows me away every single time that I interact with it, because it fundamentally changes the world completely.
I think this stream right now, this interview, we're gonna explain a whole lot more, and I'm gonna make clips and upload, and hopefully other people are gonna just keep watching this, because even for me, it made a lot of sense.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
I think this is one of my favorite optional multilingual live captions.
And the reason that it's your favorite is because you know exactly what that is, which is our captions that you can turn on and see them as you can when you do subtitles on a movie.
Right.
But what we did is, why are we just doing one language? Why, those are the questions that drive us, right? We look at something and go, why is that not this way? Why is it translating just in English? A lot of people like that. I love the translation, the voice translation, so I switch it. But what you can do is you can have the voice translating one language and the captions in another language. So it's actually fun.
I did not know this is actually even possible.
Yes, no, it wasn't possible until we did it. No, you're right. So
that's why it says world's first.
That one doesn't say world's first, because we don't know if somebody else has multilingual.
Sorry.
Yeah,
you're right. That doesn't say.
We don't know that.
That does not say that. It's my fault. I'll take it back. Now, another one, the world's first AI-driven live audio separation with no post-production. I am totally confused, sir.
Well, think about it this way. We have several streamers that like playing music on their background, right? They have music as a background, but they're talking, and sometimes it's just difficult. You can tell them, hey, lower the music. Frankly, they get a little annoyed. They don't want to lower the music. I've done it, and since I'm the CEO of the company, people just lower the music. But I know that others will not bother. But this gives control to the viewer, and you can select an optional. It's so completely optional so first you have to start on the fact that our AI, and Theodore, if he's on, he can explain it a lot better than I do, but I know how it basically works. The AI separates the audio into different tracks.
Oh my.
On the fly.
Oh my.
Like everybody that is in audio says there's no possible way you're doing that. We're doing it.
Now, what? I have this feature.
Go ahead, Elio.
I actually noticed that feature on YouTube. When you say separate music, it does not actually take your voice away, just the music. That's kind of separation you're talking about? For the copyright music, they take the copyright music, but they keep your voice? That's AI?
Maybe that's how they're doing it, but you're not in control of that.
I know, but similar technology, I believe.
I don't know how they do it.
Okay.
I don't know, but we do it all AI. So the Beam AI is actually taking it. Well, I'm surprised they're even doing that, because a lot of people get banned right away from YouTube when they do that. But anyway, but it separates it. But it's just not just music; it's anything that's in the background. So it could be, you can, say, hey, I don't want to hear the dog barking, or I don't want to hear, whatever noise is in the background, and it cleans up the signal, and it's the voice of the streamer is above everything else.
And that
You
changes
may
the whole
hear a
thing.
little bit like a
Yeah.
slight buzz,
Yeah.
but it's so almost imperceptible.
Now I understand what it means, and thank you very much for the explanation. That makes a lot of sense. I was kind of confused what it was. So you actually, when somebody's talking, there's a lot of music. Sometimes it really, really annoy me. Okay, just cut the. You know what? I cannot hear you, and they just do it the other way. They just put the music up. Now I don't have to say anything. I just click on the button, and I can just hear them.
The music will. It's supposed to disappear. It doesn't disappear yet. Theater's still working on that, but it basically lowers it.
Just the lowering is actually
disappear at one point.
Yeah.
It will disappear. You won't hear the music at all.
That's a very nice feature. Now the other one is next generation chat system designed to transform live audience interaction. What are we talking about here, sir? A next generation chat system designed to transform live audience interaction.
Well, I'm going to be completely not modest at all.
Go ahead.
And I'm sorry, I had to look at a message. The lack of modesty is in saying this. Beam now has the most advanced chat system in the world.
I believe it.
So, but so I asked Theodore. I said, Theodore, I was talking to him yesterday. I said, hey, I'm going to be on with Leo Coach. He's definitely going to ask me about the chat system. Can you send me a list, a numbered list of the main changes, just the main ones, not all the changes? And he sent me a list of 30. Hi, Angel. Go away. That's AI listening, by the way. Go away. And anyway, and are you staying there? Let me reload. So yeah, I'll be right back.
Sure.
No, she's staying on your end.
Do you want me to reload?
Yeah, go ahead and hit the reload button on the right.
It's gone.
Yes, thank you. So I was like, I'm not going to read a list of 32 things. I mean, Theodore probably did it as a joke, but I didn't think it was funny because
I think you should.
He made me work.
I think you should.
I wrote down the 5 most important changes.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, true unified. I'm reading multi-platform chat.
Okay.
Messages, moderation, events, raids, subscriptions, tips, and other activity from Beam and external streaming platforms come together in one real-time interface. Never been done before. I don't want to hear about any other thing. No one's ever done that.
It's one-to-one. One-to-one.
It's
one-to-one.
It's all on the unified chat, on what we call the uni chat. Yeah. 2, advanced moderation system. Granular moderation permissions, bans, timeouts, held message review, spam protection, filters, reports, audit trails, /commands, which people wanted, and a dedicated moderation control center. That puts us up at par with the most sophisticated platforms. So I'm not going to say that's, groundbreaking, but at least we're at par. Next one. Major chat personalization and monetization, custom emotes, stickers, GIFs, which people wanted because Pilled has them. So, people were asking me about it. Flares, paid messages with subscriber-specific unlocks, and Embers or Spark integration, either one.
Perfect.
4, interactive live chat experience. Again, whispers, polls, pinned messages, replies, live viewer presence, raids, Spark rewards, clips and chat. This is my list. And synchronized VOD chat replay turns chat into a full engagement layer. Okay? And the last one, professional streamer controls and analytics. Streamers get detailed emote sticker analytics,
Mhm.
extensive chat customization, event filtering, and the ability to deploy chat virtually anywhere. Player overlay, pop out, studio, VOD, embedded or mobile, all in one chat.
Overlay.
That's yeah, that's all in our chat. So anyway,
That
that's
is
all I have to
one
say about it.
full menu right
Yeah.
there.
hmm And he sent me a list of 32, so I'm not reading all of them. So those are the ones that I thought were the most interesting.
This is gonna be a clip. You know that, right?
Okay.
This is gonna be a clip. Now, tell me about the merger with the Pill, because I actually signed yesterday, and I'm actually streaming there today, first time ever.
Yeah. So thank you for doing that, Leo. A lot of people have told me that they've opened accounts on Pilled and they finally are multi-streaming to Pilled. And I'm sure that Matthew Webster, who is the CEO of Pilled, is super thrilled. But really, the agreement between Beam and Pill, which we signed an agreement to merge, but really it brings two companies with complementary technologies. Matthew has worked very hard in keeping Pilled as current and a little bit advanced as far as technologies is concerned, but brings a shared vision for the future of live streaming. That really is. Now there are some advantages to that, and one of them we mentioned in the official press release, and we mentioned it on social media, is that the combined organization now, the let's say this, the Pilled / Beam ecosystem has a total reach of nearly 12 million people, creating one of the largest independent creator focused live streaming ecosystems. Now let me explain why that's important.
Go ahead.
The more people in the ecosystem, the more people that can encounter Leo, like what he does, and watches him. It is our responsibility, and that Matthew and I agree 100%, to give the most opportunities that we have to our creators. That is something that others just do not do. And that's one of the ways that we found to do it. We have other ways that we'll be announcing next week that I cannot talk about today, but this really is a very strategic merger that works on a lot of different levels for us.
Well, congratulations. This actually caught me from right field, because I have no idea what Pilled was, and when I saw your email, I checked it, and it is very interesting. It's a very nice what you call platform. I didn't know about it, but the congratulations, and I hope you guys are gonna do just perfectly well with our help, hopefully.
Of course.
Right.
Leo, can I add something to that?
Yes. Go
Again,
ahead.
history in the making. 20 years ago, live streaming started with Justin TV.
Oh yeah.
Since Justin TV to today, we cannot find a single instance of two live streaming platforms that are independent merging. Now we have acquisitions that have occurred by third parties or game companies or things of that nature, but two of them merging, never before. So not only congratulations to me, but congratulations to Matthew for going against the grain and seeing this as an incredible opportunity for himself. And obviously, as I saw it, as an incredible opportunity for my creators too.
I actually want to say congratulations, both of you, not only you. I guess I didn't sound right, but both of you. After all, it's a two, merger. So both of you, good luck. And again, the platform, yours and his, is pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot, by the way. Now, what else are you able to share? You say there are some things that you cannot get into it right now, but what else are you able to share with us today? What's coming for the rest of the 2026 that you can talk about and into 2027? Is there anything left?
No, of course. Well, I mean, it's not hard to figure out the way that I'm wired. So you when you want to make predictions about what can happen, you probably want to see what the person's motivations and what they speak about all the time. And one of the things that I speak about all the time is that unfortunately, the live streaming industry is um, heavily rooted in Neolithic territorial thinking.
Hmm.
And that is very unfortunate. I think that there's room for platforms, independent platforms, to cooperate, to help each other, to understand each other. So I would think that the next announcement was probably going to be in line with that. And so we'll see if how that transpires and how that becomes a reality. My primary job, as I see it, Leo, is to bring unity to a very fragmented, divisive, and a little bit caustic industry when it comes to platforms against platforms. I've talked to lots of CEOs of live streaming platforms, and some of them tend to be very critical of their competitors, and they tend to be very dismissive of smaller platforms. We're just not that way. We're a small platform ourselves, and we want to help others grow. So
You guys are a small platform, was brother. Yeah, full of muscle.
I think it's more vision than brawn. So I would say that our vision is more than anyone has brought into the industry, but they shouldn't see it as a threat because I am extending my hand and saying, hey, if you like what we're doing and all that, come and talk to us. There's always ways that we can work together.
Awesome. Now, if none of the companies existed, Angel, what would you be doing today? What would be your one other passion other than all these technobabble? I can see you probably creating literally communities, building housing complexes. Work, for example. What would you be doing if any of the tech wasn't available?
Ooh, that's I've never been asked that before, but I think I'd probably be um I don't know that I can retire, Leo, but I would be probably in hardware of technology if that existed in your
Fits you.
fictional world,
Yeah, fits you.
and and because when I look at things, and I'm looking at my PC here that's sitting on the right, I see the way they could be, not the
Hmm.
way they are. So, and that's just, it's a little bit of it's a gift and a curse at the same time. So I think that hardware development would be probably my number one passion. When I was a child, my parents would buy me something, and I always had to take it apart to see how it worked. And
Me too. I always
so
broke them though.
yeah, and then I couldn't put it back together. So then my parents were mad at me for breaking whatever it was, but now I had an understanding how it worked. So
So you have like a Steve Jobs spirit. Is that correct?
I don't know. I never knew him. I know of
For
him.
the hardware, he was always like something like a look at it and thinking like I could change it to better ways and stuff like that.
I think that Steve Jobs had a very unique perspective and the way that he married hardware with software.
Hmm.
I think that was his real gift.
Hmm.
I happen to be just on the software side of things, so it will be the service and a little bit of an insult almost to say that I'm like Steve Jobs when he so beautifully merged hardware and controlled the hardware to merge it with software and create better technology. I would say that I am more like Angel Munoz,
You are.
and that
You are unique.
I don't like, I don't think of myself like anyone else. I
Fair
like to
enough.
say, Leo, and I've said it in other interviews, I'll say in this one, that I rather be myself because everyone else is taken anyway. So,
Well,
so
nothing wrong with inspired with someone by someone. I always get inspired
I
for a lot of
I
people.
do. Yeah, no, I think that's fair, and I think that Steve Jobs has inspired me, and others. But I have my own formula, and the preoccupations of mine are how do I unite people? How do I make bridges and not walls? How do I make a platform that is not competing with everyone else? Because if I was concerned about competition, I wouldn't enable multi-streaming. You wouldn't be on all the platforms that you are right now because, Beam is the one that's activating all this for you.
Well, actually, I feel very lucky. I swear I do. I mean, what was it, $45 a year, and then like a $3.95 cents a month? Some people probably thinking that.
Yeah. So that will go up. You did the smart thing by locking it by $45. I don't know if you got my email a few months ago when we started that. I said, listen, I recommend you do the $45 so you can lock your price for a year. Yeah, $3.95. It will not be the price. So it's going up. And it won't be $20 like the competitors or more. No, it won't be there. But there are some cost to multi-streaming. Frankly, it's expensive, and we don't want to bear the totality of the cost. Right now, we bear almost the totality of the cost, and
well,
that's not
just let you know I'm staying. So for whatever.
I know, but you locked it in at $45. So you actually, if you do the math, you're at $375 a month.
That's right. I forgot about that. Now, are you ready for the cool down questions, sir?
Go ahead.
Cool down questions. All right. First of all, I'm very curious. Who came up with the tetrahedron, the TET logo and the colors? Is that your
tetrahedron?
Yeah, is that your idea?
The tetrahedron was, frankly, it was actually a mutual thing between Theodore and I. Theodore and I have been working together for, I think, 13 years, and our brains are starting to parallel each other in certain ways, and so he actually presented a triangle and said, and then we talked about making it a tetrahedron instead of a triangle. Very smart of you to know that that's called a tetrahedron and not a pyramid, but great. And then the upside down thing was really kind of cool because if you look at Pythagoras, for example, and some of the solids at the time, the upside down tetrahedron is the symbol for water, and I just thought water, streaming water, and I was like, okay, we got to go with that. Then we decided to use AI for colors. And we actually had an artist that actually did some of the coloration of it to begin with, and then we did sort of that purplish blue that you see, and it's gorgeous. I mean, I get a lot of go away. Perfect. Okay. And we get a lot of compliments on the logo. People really like it.
It's kind of like feel like a pearl. The pearl color,
I think I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that resplendescent, like shiny in the sun. Yes.
Now, I have a question for you. Would you ever have a car fully autonomous, no driver, no steering wheel? They're gonna give you for free. Would you have that car your daily driver without touching anything?
I already do. Okay. Yeah. So it does have a steering wheel, but I drive a Tesla. And it basically is on autopilot all the time. And when I got it 9 years ago, it was the scariest thing I've ever done because, it's a control thing really more than anything else. And now I turn it on, Leo, and don't tell my passengers because they start freaking out and they don't know. They don't know. I have my hands on the wheel, but my feet are not touching the accelerator or the brake, and the car's doing everything, changing lanes and doing it. So I'm very comfortable with technology.
I think I can compare. First time I was driving a car, put on reverse, the reverse, what you call the screen came up. I didn't know what to do. I know what I'm seeing. I don't know but you get used to it.
I remember that day. Yeah. Wait a second. Should I be looking back or should I be looking forward?
Exactly.
Right?
So it's up to getting used to, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's an incredible experience. There's about 20 to 30 accidents a year. If having humans driving cars was only 20 to 30 accidents a year, you wouldn't see it in the news at all. You don't see them in the news anyway, unless they're terrible.
That's
And
true.
every single time a Tesla is an autopilot and it runs into an accident, it makes the news.
I
So,
know.
but
I
I, but
noticed
I,
that.
I understand that. I understand why. So, but
Jealousy.
it's great, Leo. It's really good.
Now, I have a hunch about this one because of the Disclosure Day poster you put a few days ago. Um, do you believe in ETs? And if so, which version resonates with you? The interplanetary or interdimensional intelligent species?
I think that there, I can discuss that for a long time, but I think that biological evolution, would not be the same anywhere else as it's on the planet Earth. To assume that some alien being is going to have, hands and eyes and a mouth, and you're making something that to look human, right? Because we
Exactly.
have that. It's our
Right.
character. Make them smaller, make them with big eyes. It's just a change. So what I think is that the higher possibility is that maybe they are from this dimension, but they're future. And they're obviously, to travel back in time, you have to be interdimensional because the laws of physics prevent that. And if you are traveling backwards in time and worried about the decisions we're making today, you would not be visible because you don't want to change the course of history. You
Right.
want to guide it. You don't want to just, change it. So that makes a little bit more sense. And the fact that I was around 16 years old, and I was out with friends and we saw something pass that I can still explain to you today. So I don't know what it was. I still don't ascribe in anything, but it was about 100 feet. For those that use feet,
Oh,
they'll
wow.
understand that distance. And it passed over me, and I was like, I have no idea. It made no sound or anything. It had no, and all that. So I'm not going to say that it was a flying saucer, but it certainly, people would say that. But beyond that, Leo, I think that, interdimensional beings would make more sense.
Yeah.
We have to understand that biology is not the proper thing to travel through these vast distances of
I
space.
100% agree.
Yeah. So maybe AI could do it or robotics can do it, but biology is too sensitive to travel those things. So some people say, well, like they could be traveled through wormholes or anything. You got to get very creative to explain it. But if we take current physics as they are today, I would say that that almost falls in the territory of impossible. The closest galaxy to us, it's light years away, which is Andromeda, and that is not a small. You can't travel. Although we have FTL, faster than light technology, you really can't. You really can't travel faster than light. It's the laws of physics prevent it for a lot of different reasons. So I would say that an interdimensional being would make more sense, or a future being from that. If
I
people,
kind of sense that you will say that though. I kind of
okay,
sense that.
right.
Now, Angel, you handled all the brutal questions I asked you beautifully. Before
Thank you.
we wrap everything up, I want to flip the script. The floor is yours if you have any questions to me.
Well, I think what we could do is, if you want to look at the chat and see if somebody has a question that we haven't answered, maybe we can pick one of those. And thank
That's
you for the
okay.
opportunity, though, Leo, to be on your show.
I am scrolling, and well, right now I don't see any questions. Everybody says hello, but can you see the chat?
No, I'm not on Beam
Yeah.
because that's too distracting for me.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
not
don't think there
focused
are
on
any
you, Leo.
questions. Everybody's very fascinated you being here, and more fascinated, actually, I'm conducting it. Leo, who?
So anyway, what I would say as a parting thought is that don't be afraid of the future. We all can help nudge the future in the proper direction. That's what we're trying to do at Beam. So I would say to everyone that's in chat, just understand that we have a higher purpose. It's not really. I'm not a religious person. I'm that's I'm the opposite really of that. But I can say that I feel that this is a critical time for humans, and if we want human culture, human intelligence, and human interaction to remain, this is a time to take action. And I think live streaming is the answer if it's done right.
Quicker communication, better understanding.
That's exactly right. You get the trademark on that one.
Too late. It's out there now. Now, Mass Luminosity, Beamstream, Beacon Max, G Tribe, Singularity Project, and now it's Pilled. If I were a younger and still deep in the technical world, doing programming, website development, small database integration, and kept carrying titles like I had technical director or software engineer, I could easily see myself as one of your team members.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. That's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Somebody here saying Leo. All right. I think that's it. Thank you very much for being here. It's been a great conversation. It's been exactly 1 hour, by the way, as we planned. Wish you and team the best of luck for our mutual benefit, sir.
Thank you very much, Leo. And,
very much.
And thank you for the wonderful community and everybody from Pilled that's on.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This was a special edition of my streaming. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 1 hour, and I actually go X and just react to some of the X posts. But I also have my own topics come up every time. If you're new here, subscribe or follow if you like. But other than that, thank you very much. I am checking the chat is moving too fast, but again, appreciate it you being here. Until next time, I guess. You have a wonderful evening, day, morning, whatever it is right now. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Leo Coach's live stream. If you enjoyed your time here today, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss a broadcast. We are live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday with more great conversation and insight. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.